flavors, we have reached the end of the Freshest in the Northwest top 10 list. We've been chopping it up for a minute, man. We've been having a lot of fun. But we're ready to name #1 here for Freshest in the Northwest. Hashtag Freshest in the NW. One reason why we didn't do a 1 versus 2 thing this year, this is obvious. This is #1 by far. Everyone agrees. He wasn't on last year for some reason. We're gonna have to talk about that. But
The Elmax situation.
Raz Simone, #1, Freshest in the Northwest.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Definitely.
Hands down.
Cognitive dissonance, bro.
Yep.
His project was great.
This is
It
amazing.
got all the blog love that it needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, his affiliation with Leor and everything, you know, really helped propel him. And now he's on tour with 52 cities.
Yes.
You know, he's just a supporting act, but still, it's major.
Doesn't matter, yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
He
strange
deserves it, man.
stamp.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
He left, he did his thing, he came back, and he's killing it. Period.
Hands down.
There's not a lot of people that are going to be able to do that. A lot of people leave and don't come back.
And as an artist, I think he stands out more to me personally than anybody on the list. Like it is natural.
Yeah.
It's a natural standout. As where like somewhere like Nacho is it's a character. I think that he's just
Raz
really
is a real
him.
artist though. It's more than just a rapper. He's an artist.
Straight
Like
up.
you look at him, you look at his music as art.
Yeah.
You're like, man, even his that's what I'm mainly talking about. His visuals are amazing.
It's rare that you find somebody with a story to tell that can tell the story, and even if you don't even relate to it, you're like, yo, I empathize with that.
Yeah,
and I fuck with that. Like, you went through that? You did that?
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. That's rare.
Okay, well, if we're going back a year though, remember, Raz did not make the list.
Right.
He had dropped a project that year as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. But why this year more than next, this last year?
I mean, that's obvious.
Fine, bro. Come on, man.
I feel like, I mean, out of Portland, I feel like Raz's music, obviously, it hits. I kind of feel a lot about Raz the same way I felt about Casa last year, which is that his buzz is really huge, and I think he has a really good story to tell, and I think it's really interesting and really emotional. But I think that over time, it's not going to. I'm not sure it can stay at that level because these are stories you're going to tell from your heart, and in this game, you have to continue rapping.
How many times can you tell that story?
You can't.
After a while, you know what I'm saying? That like you
only tell it once.
And Costco kind of had a similar thing. Like this year, he slowed down. He was on. He had a lot of fans. I'm sure they voted and stuff. But I feel like his brand has been smaller because after you tell like these heart-wrenching stories, it's like, okay, so now what? You gonna do it again? It's like, well, I only lived one time, bro. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go what separates some great artists is artistry in itself. Like, you don't have to tell the same story over and over. Like, there's more to you than just.
but there's that, and I think that he's positioned himself to be in a place. I mean, especially with like, because I talked to him, you know, a little bit, you know, just online. We don't like chatting on his phone. But I'm like, you know, he hit me up. I did an article on him when he hit the 300. We did an article on, you know, on the whole signing. He hit me up to kind of like a clarifying thing. And he was like, yo, I really didn't get signed.
Right.
Really, I created a marketing or a content company, and the content company signed a deal with 300.
Right.
Which is very important to kind of think about because it's like people were like, oh, he got signed, he didn't get signed, what's the story, what's the story? And we actually had covered that, like what actually happened.
Yeah, so
and
he's still independent.
But it's dope because he's independent technically, not really, but he's in a position where he's gonna be able to run his shit. And he can really run someone else's shit. And he can manage other artists. And he's got a content company as opposed to just being a fucking rapper.
Yeah.
Which is a huge deal because a lot of rappers are not out here getting their money. And he's guaranteed to get his money. Even if he doesn't do anything, he's getting money.
I mean, that's respectable in itself.
And that's cool
People don't think
because he's not signed. He can do what the fuck he wants.
Right.
His persona, Raz Simone, can do what he wants. His company is signed.
It's going to be
a
interesting to see what his future
partnership.
projects look like.
Yeah,
Because
I know he has his.
Because his cognitive dissonance, it had a theme, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was very thematic.
Still
Told you about his
got
life.
that.
Now what happens after that? Like, are you going to pick up on the Marshall Mathers LP kind of where you're just talking about your post-fame life? You know what I mean? Or are you just going to kind of divert back to this was my story?
I think the kind of rapper he is, he'll keep making those kind of songs.
Yeah.
He has the ability. Definitely.
I don't think he'll slack at all.
And he has to stay hungry though, because I don't think he's made it yet.
I'm not doubting him. I would like to see it. Is what I'm saying.
But he has the bridge now, so he has to drive over it, and everybody's gonna watch him. If he doesn't drive over that bridge, everybody's kind of gonna be like,
Well, the fact is that you just he could do it.
There is the potential that next year
say, if I had
he
what
could
he
be
had.
not eligible. He could be all the way up there with McElroy.
I don't think he's gonna be eligible.
There's the possibility.
He shouldn't be eligible.
I don't think he'll be eligible.
And that's the question.
I hope he sees that success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think Saul will be back number one next
But I'll take
year,
that risk.
But Raz will be.
You think Saul will be number one next year?
I think so.
I don't think Saul will be number one this year.
You
You know what I think will be number one
Saul
next year?
have a big year.
You know who's on this list that could be number one next year is Royce.
Choice.
Yep. Period. Yo, he's spitting all
actually
over.
on my
He was on my list.
Yeah, he's on
He's
mine.
spitting all over.
I think that's
on the list.
Okay, let's wrap up number one before we get to honorable mentions.
I agree with that.
Raz Simone.
Absolutely.
A definite
Hands down.
number one. Freshest in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Let's put it on there. Raz
Not even
Simone.
on the list.
Right there. Not even on the number one. First time right there. Let's review the list again. We got Lizzie Soprano, number 10. Sam Lachow, number 9. Grinch, number 8. Luck 1, number 7. Thaddeus David, number 6. 5. Tote. 4. Nacho Picasso. 3. Saul. 2. Gifted Gab. And number 1, Raz Simone. Yeah. Be coming back with honorable mentions right after this.
You're so white guy.
Who's honorable mention?
We're about to.
In my hometown, I get fucking respect, cause it's not who does it the first, it's who does it the best. Sadly, in this game, it's not the same as who's cutting the check. I do it for the glory, though, them numbers can suck on my dick. First time that I sell one of my records, I donate percent. Cause in my life on this earth, I wanna leave more than a dent. Ocean to the sands of time, I need more than a drip, be more than a mist. Important.